Welcome back, everyone, to the future of. Today, we're diving into a really interesting AI tool. It's called Gamma.
Yeah, Gamma. It's a presentation tool, but it's free to get started with, and it uses AI to, well, basically build the whole thing for you. Structure, visuals, design,
Hmm.
the works.
Right. So imagine this. You pop over to their site, gamma.app, click something like Generate with AI,
Mm.
and just type in an idea, maybe a content strategy for a vitamin brand.
And boom, almost instantly, Gamma spits out a presentation. It suggests themes, sorts out the layout, even gives you key talking points to start with. It's pretty compelling.
Definitely. So we've been digging around, looking at YouTube reviews, reading articles, trying to get a real sense of how it works and, what you can actually do with it.
Exactly. Our mission here today is to give you a clear picture of Gamma, its potential, maybe where it fits in, especially for streamlining that whole presentation creation process.
Which can be such a headache sometimes.
Oh, tell me about it. So let's get into it. What exactly is Gamma AI beyond just, making slides?
Okay, yeah. So it's pitched as an AI-powered platform, right? Not just for presentations.
That's the idea. It's designed to simplify creating presentations, yes, but also documents and even basic web pages. Though honestly, the presentation side seems to be the main hook right now.
Makes sense. We've all spent hours fiddling with PowerPoint layouts,
Yeah.
choosing fonts.
Ugh, yes. And that's exactly what Gamma aims to eliminate. That really time-consuming stuff, adjusting layouts, finding visuals that match, picking fonts, it wants to handle that.
So the goal is for us to focus more on the actual message, the
Well-
content.
Precisely. You concentrate on what you want to say, and the AI handles a lot of the design legwork.
And how does it technically do that? How does it go from my typed idea to actual slides?
Well, the AI looks at whatever you feed it. Could be a simple typed prompt, like our vitamin example, or you could paste in a chunk of text, maybe upload a whole document, and
Yeah.
based on that input, it generates slides, cards, they call them, that are, visually consistent and structured logically.
So it's trying to understand the core topic and build out from there.
Yeah, basically. It gives you that first draft, that framework. It uses this kind of guided chatbot style workflow to make it feel pretty straightforward.
Okay, sounds fairly intuitive. So if someone's listening now and thinking, all right, I want to check this out, what's the absolute first step?
Super simple. Just open your browser, go to gamma.app.
Gamma.app.
Got it.
Yep. And you sign up for a free account. You can use your email or just connect your Google account. Quick and easy. No credit card needed for the free tier.
Nice. And once you're in, what's the dashboard like? Is it overwhelming?
Nah, seems
Nah.
pretty clean. From what we've seen, it usually has some tips, maybe a little checklist for new users, so you're not just staring at a blank screen wondering what to click.
Good. So where do you actually go to start the AI magic?
You'll look for a button like Create New with AI.
Mhm.
Pretty obvious.
Okay.
Click that, and then probably another option like Generate. That kicks off the AI process.
And you mentioned feeding it different things, not just a prompt. Right, you can point it at existing documents or a web page or even another presentation file, or just paste in text. But yeah, the most direct way seems to be just generating from a prompt. That's what most reviews focus on.
Okay, let's walk through that prompt method. So I click Generate, then what?
First, it usually asks about how many cards or slides you want. Roughly 10, 15.
Is it a target length? Okay.
Exactly. Then you type in your prompt. Could be simple, like what is AI technology? Or more specific, content strategy for a vitamin brand.
And does it just go? Or is there an intermediate step?
Good question. No, it usually gives you an outline first.
Yeah.
Based on your prompt, it suggests the key points, like potential slide titles.
Oh, that's smart. So you can check if it's on the right track.
Totally. And you can edit that outline, add points, delete points, reorder them. You get to shape the structure before it generates all the content. Big plus.
Definitely. Okay, outline looks good. What about the content on each slide? Can I tell it, like, keep it brief or go into detail?
Yep. There's usually a setting for that. Options like brief, medium detailed. So you can decide if you want just bullet points or more fleshed out text per card.
Depends on how you plan to present it, I guess.
For sure. And then there are the visuals, images.
Right. Does it just grab random stuff?
You have choices. You can tell it to find images from the web or, and this is cool, generate unique images using AI.
Oh, okay. Like daily or mid-journey type images?
Sort of, yeah. And you can guide the style. You could say, make the AI images look pink and moody or retro or photorealistic.
Interesting. And themes? Does it have preset looks?
It does. After you've sorted the outline, text, detail, and image source, you pick a base theme. Colors, fonts, overall vibe, you can usually preview them.
Okay, prompt outline tweaked, settings chosen, theme picked, then it generates.
And you hit the button, and yeah, Gamma puts it all together, text and images based on all your instructions.
Sounds like a huge time saver for getting that first version done.
Yeah.
But how editable is it after it's generated? Are you stuck with what the AI gives you?
Not at all. That's a key point. The generated presentation is highly customizable. Think of it as a very advanced starting point.
So basic stuff like changing text. If I don't like how the AI worded something.
Absolutely. Just click and type, edit any text element just like you would in, say, PowerPoint or Google Slides. Easy.
What if I look at it and think, ugh, I hate this theme now. Can I change the whole look easily?
Yep. 1 or 2 clicks usually lets you switch the entire theme even after generation, so you can experiment with different styles pretty quickly.
Okay. Now you mentioned an edit with AI feature. What can that do for me once the presentation exists?
Yeah, that's like having the AI stick around to help you refine things. It's got a bunch of tools.
Like what?
Well, say you don't like an image, you can ask the AI to regenerate it, maybe with a different style, or find one that's, more literal to the text.
Handy. What about the writing itself?
It can help there too. Ask it to improve the writing, fix grammar or spelling, maybe even translate a chunk of text.
Translate? Wow.
Yeah. Or make text more visual, maybe suggest bullet points. If a slide feels too wordy, you can ask it to shorten the text or create a summary. It can even suggest layout improvements for a specific card.
So it's like an AI assistant for polishing.
Pretty much. And you can use it to generate new AI images right there in the editor with specific prompts for just that one image.
Feels like you have a lot of iterative control. What about adding things the AI didn't think of, like a whole new slide?
Oh yeah, easy. You can add new cards wherever you want. Gamma usually offers various templates, text and image, lists, quotes, that kind of thing.
And other elements,
Yeah.
like videos or charts.
You can insert basic blocks, images, videos. You can embed web pages directly, put in simple forms, even add buttons.
Buttons, like a call to action.
Exactly. And it often has things called smart layouts, pre-designed ways to arrange info visually on a card, plus options for adding charts and diagrams for data.
Can you tweak individual cards? Like change the background color of just one slide?
Yes, you typically have card-level styling options, adjusting the layout on that specific card, text alignment, background color, adding little accent images, changing the card color itself. Lots of fine-tuning possible.
Okay, it sounds incredibly flexible, both the AI part and the manual editing. Now we talked presentations, but you mentioned portfolios. How does that work in Gamma?
Right, that's another interesting use case. It lets you create these online portfolio websites. Really useful for freelancers, designers, photographers, anyone needing to showcase work.
Are there specific templates just for portfolios?
Yes, typically. Templates designed with sections for services, work samples, testimonials about me, contact info, the standard portfolio stuff.
And you can customize those templates.
For sure. You pick a template, then you can brand it with your colors, your typography, upload your logo, make it feel like yours.
What are the key bits a good portfolio needs that Gamma likely includes templates for?
Well, you'd want your services clearly listed. Definitely a section for work samples, visuals, descriptions, maybe results or outcomes.
Right, proof of work.
Exactly. Testimonials or awards are great for credibility. Maybe a bit about your process, how you work with clients, an About Me section with your story, maybe a photo, and crucially, clear contact details and a call to action.
And the editing process is the same, using the AI assist and manual tweaks.
Yep, the editing tools, the edit with AI features, adding elements, it all works the same way, whether you started with a presentation or a portfolio template. Consistent experience.
Okay, great. So you've built this awesome presentation or portfolio. Now you need to share it. What are the options?
Gamma's pretty good here, offers quite a few ways.
Can I just send a link?
Absolutely, that's the easiest. Generate a shareable link, send it off, people can view it in their browser, no Gamma account needed for them.
What if I want it to look like its own website? Especially for a portfolio.
You can do that too. Publish it as a website. It gets its own gamma.app URL. And for the paid plans, you can even connect your own custom domain name.
Oh, custom domain support is nice for branding. What about downloading it? PDF, PowerPoint.
Yep, covers the main bases. You can export as a PDF, which is standard. You can export as a PowerPoint.pptx file.
Oh, so you could potentially edit it offline in PowerPoint too.
Potentially, yeah. Though formatting might shift sometimes, that's always a risk with exports. You can also export to Google Slides format.
Okay, PDF, PowerPoint, Google Slides. Anything else?
You can export all the cards as individual PNG images. Might be useful for social media snippets or embedding elsewhere. And apparently there's direct sharing to LinkedIn.
And presenting. Can I present from Gamma?
Yes. There's a full screen presenter view you can use right in the browser. No need to download anything if you're presenting live online or hooked up to a projector.
What about putting it on my existing website? Embedding it.
There's an embed option. You get some code, paste it into your website builder, and the whole Gamma presentation or portfolio appears right there on your page.
Seems very comprehensive on the sharing front. Now, stepping back a bit, thinking about AI presentation tools generally, like Gamma, what are the big advantages you see?
Well, the most obvious one is efficiency. Just getting that first draft up so much faster. It can be a huge time saver, letting you move straight to refining instead of starting from scratch.
Definitely feel that.
Yeah.
What else?
Consistency. The AI keeps the design elements, fonts, colors, spacing uniform across all the slides. It gives it a professional polish, even if design isn't your strong suit.
Yeah, avoids that messy look where every slide is slightly different.
Exactly. Which ties into enhanced creativity in a way. It might suggest visuals or layouts you wouldn't have thought of using its design templates, frees you from relying on the same old default templates.
And the content itself. The words.
That's the improved language quality aspect. The AI can help structure your thoughts, refine wording for clarity, check grammar, basically help ensure your message lands effectively. It's like having a writing assistant built in.
Okay, lots of benefits there. So pulling it all together for Gamma specifically, what's the main takeaway for someone listening?
I think the key takeaway is that Gamma provides this really accessible, user-friendly way to quickly generate pretty impressive, visually structured presentations and portfolios. It takes a lot of the design grunt work off your plate using AI.
Right.
But critically, it still gives you a ton of control to edit, customize, and make it your own afterwards. It's that combination of AI, speed, and user control that seems powerful.
So for our listeners, what this really means is Gamma looks like a genuinely useful tool, especially if you find yourself making presentations often and maybe struggle with the design side or just want to speed things up.
Yeah, going from just an idea to a full draft with visuals and structure in minutes,
Right.
That's a compelling proposition. And then having the AI help you polish it, very interesting.
Plus the portfolio angle and all the sharing options add real versatility. It's not just a one-trick pony.
Definitely not.
Now look, we've covered a lot, but this is still just scratching the surface. We really recommend, if this sounds intriguing, head over to gamma.app, try the free version, see how it feels for your workflow.
Absolutely. Think about the presentations or documents you create. Where do you spend the most time? Where are the frustrations? Could a tool like this actually help solve some of those specific problems for you? It's worth experimenting.
Good points to ponder. Well, that's our deep dive on Gamma AI for today.
Hope you found it useful.
And hey, don't forget to subscribe to the deep dive for more explorations like this into AI tools and how they're changing the game. Thanks for listening.